Hey everybody, just wanted to take a couple of minutes. I've had a lot of emails and comments on different people asking what exactly I've done to my 2007 GT500, some of the modifications that I've made, what's worked, what hasn't worked, and kind of how I've got to where I'm at with the car right now. So wanted to take a few minutes, put together a quick video, maybe answer some of those questions. Hope you enjoy it. We'll start with the exterior modifications. My goal with this car was to try to take the best of the 2010 and up cars and kind of cross it with the body style of the 07 to 09 cars. Keep the color scheme very basic, very simple. To me, that's just always looked good. Here's what the car looked like stock when I bought it back in 2010. You can see the first thing to go were the stripes. Took those off, cut and buffed it. Left no evidence that they were even there. Added the mirror trim, color matched to make it look like the newer cars. Stole some wheels off of a 2011 SVT Performance Pack car. Added those. Once I got it all done, it was incredibly red. So, stole an idea from the Bosch 302 cars, wrapped the roof with matte black. Also did the same on the tail lights. Wrapped the trunk lid, covered the gas cap emblem, did the tail light trim, and centered the Shelby emblems to give it a little more updated look. On the front of the car, to continue with the smoked out look, from Big Worm Graphics, bought the pre-cut light tint. This is already cut, went on the headlights, the turn signals, and the fog lights. Stuck on, easy to use, really completed the look. There's nothing out of the ordinary on the inside. Got the hand-signed Carroll Shelby dash plaque. And then on the pillar, have two gauges, a boost gauge and an Air Force interceptor with a wideband. Lets me keep track on what's going on under the hood. And now, the fun stuff. Power modifications. Let's see how it makes all that horsepower. So far on the chassis dyno, the best power numbers that this combination has managed, thanks to my friends at Pro Dyno in Fort Mill, South Carolina, 789 horsepower, 708 foot-pounds of torque, and that is measured at the rear wheels. VMP TVS 2.3 liter supercharger. incredible blower, gobs of power, tons of torque. I also use a Steeda adjustable upper tensioner just to keep a little extra manual tension on the belt. I'm running a 2.4 upper, so at high boost applications, we want to make sure we don't have any belt slip. An added precaution, the Thump Racing tensioner helps keep a grip on things, as well as the 10% lower that ups the boost a little bit, making right at 23 psi. When you're running that kind of boost, you got to make sure you keep it cool. Running a larger intercooler tank, I can pack ice in it at the drag strip if I want to. Helps keep the downstream temps livable with. Also added a 170-degree thermostat. The cooler the better. And with that in mind, the AFCO dual fan heat exchanger keeps everything nice and cool. Don't have any issues with it overheating. One other step to keep everything cool, I did an EGR delete. Kept any of the unused exhaust gas from recirculating through and heating up the downstream temps. Ford Racing monoblade throttle body, get as much air in as possible. The JLT 123mm cold air kit. I also blocked off the return, put a valve cover breather on it just to keep any extra oil from going through the intake. Injector Dynamics ID1000 injectors. This supplies tons of fuel, enough fuel to support really more horsepower than what I'm making right now, but went ahead and did some planning for the future. The only other fuel mods are in the back of the car. Let's take a look. I went with the dual VMP tuning booster pumps. I like the dual setup better. That way you have one on each fuel pump driver. These cars come with 2 pumps stock. That way, if one of the booster pumps goes out, you always have one running at least. Possibly less chance of having any kind of major engine damage in the case of a failure. Alright, now let's talk suspension. The car may look great and the exterior may look perfect, but if it doesn't sit right, it doesn't matter. iBike Pro Springs help get everything down on the tires. Still rides pretty decently with those, no issues. Also use Takiko D-Spec adjustables. That way, at the drag strip, I can soften up the front a little bit, firm up the rear, try to get a little better traction. Underneath the car, all BMR suspension on the rear. I've got the BMR lower control arms, got the reload brackets with the arm in the lowest hole to get the best angle, to get as much traction as possible. Also using the upper control arm that's adjustable to set the pinion angle, and the upper control arm mount. Running a one-piece drive shaft from Shaftmasters, RXT clutch, Steeda Tri-Ax shifter. 373 gear with the Eaton True Track. A couple of big shout outs. One to the guys at Pro Dyno, Dan, for getting this car dialed in, making tons of power. And then also to BJ and Justin down at VMP Tuning for the help with selecting the right parts. and just building a great supercharger. Can't say enough good about both those companies. So hope maybe this has answered any questions, gave you something to listen to for the past few minutes. If you have any questions or want to know anything else, feel free to hit me up and comment. Thanks.